first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense.
Ball is loose, and they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Allen. Fires to the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Allen. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Saunders. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that lead.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry. Old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is in.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On second and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Give to the running back. Hard running there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback will keep it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. He'll ride his man on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself in for 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Finds his man, it's Saunders. Lowers those pads. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Allen. Bust through behind his pad. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass, it's Allen. He'll throw it. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Oh, that may be in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game. Tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. Take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Scanning the field, it's Denson. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and they now lead by 8.
I tell you, defensively, you don't got to do a lot to help out this offense with all the weapons they have after the penalty. That 2-point conversion was easy.
Coming out with it, it's Martin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own this drive going to the air. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. Got a first down. Gives him the big stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Saunders. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense did. Chance, defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
What a great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practiced this all week, and it comes up big for them late. That turnover is going to seal this thing.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeoff.
Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blythe. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. to throw. It's Castellanos. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic.
Continues to fight for yards. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Noles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Here comes the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He just has a nose goes for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this is a guy, quarterback, that I trust throwing the ball on fourth down, and I trust him running the ball on fourth down, too. Go with the option. Let him make the right read. He does. Calls his own number. His athleticism takes over. They pick up the first.
The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Showing off the arm. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Offense in the hurry-up.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Knew where we wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Now on the option. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. It's great to have a running threat at quarterback, but he's got to take care of the ball once he gets into traffic, and he didn't there.
He does, Reese, and he's a guy that is going to get a lot of opportunities to carry the football in this game because of the speed, because of his open field running ability, but you're right.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you could see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Aller. With the catch, it's Pena. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. Running free. Touchdown, Penn State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Calls his own number. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Loss of 5. Brings up 3rd down.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Turning it on! He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. At the 35, he's loose. Racing to the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
Cobb sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
The Seminoles will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The quick out. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And he's still running after the move. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, no! The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Hits him with a stiff arm. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started to throw. It's Allard. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Wide open downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Time to take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline, got the foot down in a strong throw, put it right on the money. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. To the air, it's Allard. Dances away to buy time. Fighting for the goal, and the ball's out. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Coleman.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a
breaks into the open. Finds some fresh air. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Defense showing blitz here. A first down run on the doorstep. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Noles moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. It's King. Using the quick game. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking downfield on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes a grab right down the middle. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
To the air, it's Aller. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Muscling ahead on third and short.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quick...
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Allen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw it. Got the quick pass. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Penn State! Fit it in the window for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start the black side inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting the touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turning it on. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's King. That's caught. It's Rutherford. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against main coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure, because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. Defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense lining up quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. On the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got the tight end. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Shakes off the defender. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Using his feet. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Got the first down and still on his feet. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Now on the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oaks. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
On the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back to pass, it's Allard. Got a man, it's Allen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Wants to fire on second down. Now adjusting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Got him and nobody's close. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Bounced right back to them.
Yeah, the receiver's got to do a better job in ball security.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Plows through the defense. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Under fire. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Behind the line. It's Allen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They're going to run it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Creates a little space. Streaks into the open. Running through contact. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Quickly complete. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Kane. Fires to the big fella.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Rutherford. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now on first and 10 from the 35. Might be changing the route. This quarterback part of their running game. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. just a short pass to the tight end. The stiff arm gets him loose. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back to throw, it's Allard. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the sticks, it's Allen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There he goes. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. Touchdown, Penn State! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's King. The sure hands. It's Haynes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Moves around to clear up the vision. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Extending the play. Smashes through the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You could play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team following on the football.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Saunders. Fights off a defender. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Pena. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Saunders. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Makes the grab. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Looking to throw again. Caught, close to the marker, it's Saunders. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Haynes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking the deep shot. Snags it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incomplete.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He wants to change this route. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's...
He's looking deep. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Dropping back. It's King. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.